The African restaurants, they love their spicy food now, and it tastes so spicy to me. So I don't know if it's because I'm not used to it or because it's super spicy, but totally worth it. It's Sunday, and they got live music playing, and it is a Brazilian party. I never had it till I came to Portugal. They make their own coconut cream with fresh coconut. He grows his own chilies. He showed me the pictures from his garden of the chilies that he grows and that he dries. Welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. I'm Brent Peterson. I'm an American living in Portugal, and today we are in my favorite restaurant in Setúbal called Namaste. It's a Nepalese restaurant. I thought we'd do something a little bit different and talk about some of the different cuisines that you can get in Portugal that are not Portuguese. I mean, I know when you come to Portugal, you want to try the bacalhau, and you want to get a pastel de nata, and you want to get a ginginha, and all these typical Portuguese things. But there are all of these other cuisines that are coming into Portugal now that are so interesting and so delicious, and they demand that you try them when you come here. So in this video, we are going to try stuff from Brazil, from Africa, from Cape Verde, from Syria. And if you hang around to the very end of the video, what I think is a very surprising cuisine that we're going to be trying here. So this place, like I said, is called Namaste, and it is Nepalese cuisine. Now, you might be surprised to learn there are actually more people from Nepal in Portugal by a long shot, like almost twice as many as there are Americans here. So there's tons of Nepalese, but there's not a lot of Nepalese restaurants, at least not until recently. It used to be you'd go into a traditional Portuguese tasca, you look back in the kitchen, and there would be Bangladeshi and Nepalese people in the kitchen working, but they didn't open their own restaurants until recently. And this one is right in our neighborhood in Setúbal, and it's one of my favorites. Himal and his wife works in the kitchen. Himal works the front of the house, and they own the place, and they make incredible food, which is why we come here all the time. So, tell you what we got, because pretty much what we get every time we come here, because it's so good. They have this peanut salad, peanuts, tomatoes, peppers, and spices. Delicious Nepalese spices. I don't know what it is exactly, but Amal told me that this is typically a like a late night snack or a hangover prevention snack. And I can see you getting this as street food, but we're sitting here enjoying it. And Nepalese beer. You can see because it has the Himalayan mountain right there on it. Pretty cool. And then samosa. I mean, these are big samosas. So good. Everything here is outstanding. We came early. Restaurant's empty right now, but it is packed every night here because the food is so good. So we're going to get all kinds of different foods from all over the world in this video. And you tell me in the comments, have you ever had Nepalese food? I never had it till I came to Portugal, to tell you the truth. But if you had it and you enjoy it, leave a comment below. Or if you've enjoyed other cuisines from around the world when you come to Portugal, tell me about that. All right, let's take our trip around the world right here in Portugal and visit some of these places. This place is called Roda Viva, and this is a Mozambique restaurant. And of course, Mozambique was an African colony. If you go to Mozambique, they speak Portuguese. This is not only a great African restaurant. This is one of my all-time favorite restaurants in all of Lisbon. I love this place. Been here before and enjoyed it every time. So let's go over with what we got. First of all, this is cassava coconut. It's called tapa, and put it on top of this what they call zima, but a lot of places just call it polenta. It's just you know, cornmeal. So good. Has kind of a spinachy flavor to it, but ooh, tiny bit of spice to it. Okay. This mushroom dish I've been looking forward to. I'm going to put it on the rice here. It's called tachinha, and it's mushrooms, yes. It also has some eggplant in it. Fabulous. So good. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Mushrooms are so earthy and delicious. And we're in mushroom season, so they're really nice. Okay. Now we're going to take the dare, put a little bit of this hot sauce on it. Just a little bit. Okay. Man, I'll tell you, I don't know. It's because I've gotten used to not having a ton of spice in my food because I used to eat spicy food all the time when we lived in the States. But in Portugal, they don't eat a lot of spicy food. But the African restaurants, they love their spicy food now, and it tastes so spicy to me. So I don't know if it's because I'm not used to it or because it's super spicy, but I really dig it. Super good. Such good stuff. All right, so this stop is Boteco da Dri, and it's Sunday, and they got live music playing, and it is a Brazilian party. We're sitting inside. The party's really happening outside, but we wanted some food. Everyone's just drinking out there, so we wanted some food. We came inside. Let me go over what we got. So first up, tapioca cubes, fried, and served with the chili sauce. Now, I was a little gun shy about the chili sauce from the last place we went to, but this chili sauce is sweet. Got a beer, Lagunitas, because Sagres, which is the Portuguese beer that they're serving here, I do not care for. So I got an American beer. All right. The main dish, though, feijoada. And obrigado, brigadeiros. There's the dessert, brigadeiros. Feijoada. This is a Brazilian dish, but all the Brazilians brought it over to Portugal. And it's so popular in Portugal now that I even saw a poster in the subway for a grocery store here in Portugal. And the advertisement says, Sunday is feijoada day. That's how popular feijoada is now here in Portugal. In Brazil, every Sunday the family gets together. It's a big family dish. You make a big pot of feijoada. You eat it and you watch the soccer match. And I think probably a lot of Brazilians do that here too. Look how it comes. They serve it in these adorable little pots. Now, what is feijoada? Feijoada is beans. So this is a black bean stew made with onions and carrots topped with cilantro, typically made with pork or a ham hock or something like that. We got a vegan version made with vegan chorizo. So let's give it a try. You should probably eat it with a spoon, right? Wow. Rich and earthy and so good. This is called Bai Malocious, and we are in the restaurant is in the basement of the Cape Verdean Cultural Center. So you know it's going to be good Cape Verdean food. Took the metro to come out here. This is about a 5-minute walk from the end of the yellow line. So what did we get? Well, we started with some cassava fries, and these, I've already sampled them, are amazing. Better than French fries. Crispy, fluffy on the inside, so good. Delicious. But main reason we came here was to get a dish called cachupa. Now, cachupa is considered the national dish of Cape Verde. And if you don't know, Cape Verde is an island archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean off of the west coast of Africa. And it was uninhabited before the Portuguese colonized it in the 15th century. The place grew rich through the unfortunate slave trade. But there are a lot of people of Cape Verdean descent living in Lisbon and all over Portugal. Some say maybe 200,000 people have Cape Verdean descent here in Portugal, and maybe close to 100,000 were actually born there. So a lot of people, and they want to have their Cape Verdean food. It's strange though, I walk in, people who work here seem like they're all from Cape Verde, but the people who are eating here, it seems like they're mostly Portuguese. I don't know, maybe there's some Cape Verdeans here, but that was my observation. All right, enough of the history, let's dig into the dish, right? So, cachupa is like a stew, and it has sweet potatoes, beans. Oh man, that is so hearty and delicious. India, before it was a British colony, it was a Portuguese colony, at least Gao was, and the Portuguese were responsible for bringing hot peppers to the cuisine of India. So without the Portuguese, there wouldn't be hot peppers in Indian cuisine. And Indian cuisine is certainly much richer because of those hot peppers. So for my main dish, I got something called Bombay aloo, which is potatoes and vegetables in this amazing sauce. Just looks incredible, tomato base. And then Karen got chana masala, chickpeas and veggies. I can't tell you how incredible this smells right now. I mean, really amazing. So, Bombay aloo first. You can see the steam coming off. It's so hot. Don't you just love these serving vessels that they come in? So you got this little copper tin thing on the top, but on the bottom, this little terracotta pot. Really nice. Okay, Bombay aloo. Really tomatoey. Tomatoes and potatoes. What could be better? And now chana masala. Wow. So much more earthy. You can tell they really spent some time building up the spices in this one in the pan. Really terrific. This is the red pepper paste. Red pepper, I don't know, like a hummus. This really looks good. There's some oil in there, maybe some walnuts. Let's take a look what that is. Yeah, I think maybe that's a walnut. Give this a try. Equally as flavorful. Man. I am so impressed with these folks. So good. Acarajé is a famous Brazilian snack, and the way they make it is, it's like a fried fritter, but it's not made with flour, it's made with hulled black-eyed peas. There's also a version that's made with something called cow beans. I've never heard of them, I don't know exactly what they are, but I think these are with black-eyed peas. And when they hull them, they make them a lot smoother. No skin on them. Salty. Yum. It also comes with this little salad. Peppers, onions, and tomatoes, like a salsa. Crispy and fresh. That's good. Now, It comes with this hot sauce. I'm going to tell you right now, I just dipped my little finger in one little piece and put it on my tongue, and my head was on fire. So I'm not putting any hot, I like hot sauce. I'm not putting any hot sauce on it. But this is really tasty. Let me get another bite of this. I really like it with their pico de gallo.
We're at Casa d'Angola, and this is part of the Angolan Cultural Center here in Lisbon. And there's a lot of people from Angola here in Portugal, about 30,000 or so, but that vastly undercounts the number with Angolan heritage, whose parents or grandparents were born in Angola. The Angolese have been coming here, well, they started in the 50s, but really they started immigrating here in the 1990s during the Angolan Civil War, post-Portuguese independence. Portugal colonized Angola and engaged in a brutal slave trade there, especially after the sugarcane plantations were built in other Portuguese colonies. So that went on for hundreds of years and absolutely ravaged Angola, but became independent, and a lot of Angolese fled the Civil War and came here, and luckily for us, they did things like open these wonderful Angolan restaurants. So the guy who runs this place, he told me there's a specific way to do this dish, and I hope I do it correctly. So we start with a lemon, and we squeeze the lemon juice on the bottom here. Then the hot piri-piri sauce. All the African places, they seem to have a version of this, and it's so good and tasty. So roll that on there. And then the polenta goes on. Lots of corn is grown in Angola, so it's no surprise that polenta is part of their diet. Okay. And then we top it with this bean stew. It's like a feijoada. Then, next step, see there's several steps involved here. Then okra. And I'll say, I've never been a big fan of okra. We lived in Austin, Texas for a while. They eat a lot of okra down there. Never could get into it. People tried to get me into it. Never could. Didn't like the texture. And then these breadcrumb-like things go on top. Okay, so I did it all. Lemon, piri-piri, polenta, feijoada, okra, breadcrumbs. Assembly completed, now the tasting. So, let's try this with a little polenta. Okay. So I see why he said to put the feijoada on top of the polenta. It kind of softens it up, makes it a little bit creamy, so it doesn't have so much of that rubbery texture. Yum. Wow. Fantastic. All right, moment of truth. Let's try the okra. Like I said, never been a fan. All right. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's converted me 100%, but that's certainly the best okra I've ever had. It's not slimy like the okra that I've had before. So that's pretty good. This is Segredos de Goa, and if you've never heard of Goa, Goa is a part of India. It's a city and a region in India, and the Portuguese had a colony there for hundreds of years. In fact, even after Indian independence in 1947, Portuguese still held on to those colonies. It wasn't until 1961 that the Indian Army invaded Goa and finally reunited Goa with India. And it was after that, 1961, and after that, that a lot of Goans moved to Portugal. And they estimate there's maybe 20 to 50,000 Goans here in Portugal, including Victor, our friend here who owns this restaurant and opened it about 15 years ago. So the food looks amazing. We're going to try it and see what it's all about. We got these little chickpea fritters. They're made with just fried chickpea flour, and then this It's called a chutney, but I mean, it's like a paste. This green paste is supposed to be pretty spicy. And it is. It is spicy, but it's good. Maybe not as spicy as you might expect from looking at it, but it's got some nice heat to it, which is a nice change of pace here in Portugal, where you don't often find spicy food. So off to a good start. We're waiting for the entree now. So the entrees arrived. We got this curried eggplant, and it's supposed to be a little spicy. Wow. This place is such a find. I'm talking to Victor. He said, you know how when you go to an Indian place, you get the coconut cream in the curries? They make their own coconut cream with fresh coconut. He grows his own chilies. He showed me the pictures from his garden of the chilies that he grows and that he dries. Everything is just done to such a standard here. This is, wow, I didn't know what to expect. This is outstanding. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. And have you ever tried Goan food before? Leave a comment below. Let me know. If you ever had Indian food here in Portugal, let me know too in the comments. I'd appreciate it. You can pick up my Lisbon foodie guide at buymeacoffee.com/destination eat drink. This place will definitely be in the new edition when I put that out next year. But this is the first time I've ever been here, so. I also have a podcast that you can listen to. Done a bunch of episodes on Portugal, a few on Lisbon. So you can check that out at destinationeatdrink.com/pod. I'm Brent Peterson, loving my Goan food, my newest discovery here in Lisbon. See you down the road. These are momos. This is a classic Nepali dish. Dumplings stuffed with veggies or meat or stuff like that. And you can get them steamed or fried, multiple different ways of having them. But so flavorful. That's the thing, man. They just spice everything so nicely here. And that's why the beer from Nepal is very light and crisp, like a lager or a pilsner or something like that. You couldn't drink a heavy beer with this kind of spicy food. So, perfect combination. So good. Do yourself a favor. Come down to Stubble and try this at Namaste. It is truly my favorite restaurant here in the city. So if you make it to Lisbon, it's less than an hour to get here to Stubble. You can thank me later.